EA Sports coverage of the NFL playoffs brings us to the Pacific Northwest, the home of the 12s, and they are in full roar as you get a look inside Lumen Field in Seattle. But just ahead, we'll decide the second entrant to next week's NFC title game, and we got a great one in store, as it'll be the New York Giants taking on the Seattle Seahawks. And no return here to start. It's a fair catch, and they will set up shop at the 25. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And right away they're going to stack him up right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Well, they had to run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on second and 10. Throwing Jones. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
And now the third down throw incomplete as well.
That was their first third down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key third down throws.
42 yards on the punt, just 2 on the return. And it'll be Seahawk football, first and 10. From the 32 now, here's first and 10. And they start things off with a carry by Gibbs here. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's second and 11.
I think sometimes when you're trying to get after the quarterback, maybe it's better to be lucky than great. Because I think on that one, he's just trying to get upfield and rush the passer. Instead, the tackle for the loss landed right in his lap.
Here's Lance to throw it. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. The Lance going to throw. And that's to Amon-Ra St. Brown. And he's going to be taken down at the 39, clearly short of the first by a few yards. So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and that's going to make it fourth down. On fourth down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. Looking up into the lights, and he muffs it. Oh, one of the linebackers has got it.
And that's what friends are for.
As the returner, you know who you're buying dinner for later.
Oh, without a doubt, because he just took care of you and your team in a big way. You know, you turn it over there, that's a big momentum changer and put your defense in a bad spot.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Now a give right side. Sheldon looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. Devin Witherspoon takes him down defensively. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. And trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Jones. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now Jones. And that will be incomplete.
2 drives won't tell the story of this game, but you absolutely have to like how this defense has played thus far. They have yet to allow this offense to get on track in this one.
And the Giants send out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Here's Hill on the return. It'll be a 44-yard punt. The return goes for 8. And out will come the offense as they take over. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And on the first drive, 3 and out. I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
From the gun, it's Lance. And this incomplete. He tried to check it down to his running back and nearly had the ball picked.
Pretty nice coverage there, but a missed opportunity for an interception. Let's face it, a lot of these defenders, they've got it all. Speed, athleticism, hands, a little bit questionable.
Lance looking to throw on 3rd and 2. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got him incomplete. He's still on his feet. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Jackson Smith and Jigba, 45 yards. And the Seahawks are on the board first here in this division round matchup. Extra point up and through by Myers. And it's now a 7-0 game. The touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. But no run back here. Fair catch, and this will come out to the 25. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. So finally completes his first pass. Credit the defense, though. They've been showing him some different looks, keeping him off balance.
Yeah, I like it. I like the observation that you had there, because when you give him different looks and give any quarterback different looks, it takes just a little bit longer to process sometimes, and you don't throw the ball with the same confidence. You're not sure that that's where you should go with the football. And that's working the defense early in this game. And now he's got his first completion. Let's see if his confidence comes back and he starts to get into a nice little groove. Well, anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try to hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter, but that time, they were up to the challenge.
On third down, Sheldon, and he won't get close. Only a yard, 4th and 3.
4th and short, partner. I mean, this would be a really risky call. Here we are in the first quarter.
On your own side of the field.
Own side of the field. But, boy, what a tone setter that would be to go for it and get it, wouldn't it?
You're gritty today. I like it.
I'm feeling it.
Now Hill to return it. A very good kick there, but 15 yards on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. Drive starts with a run from Gibbs. And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive, 1st down.
And when you get into the divisional round of the playoffs, this is where having the ability to run the football is such an advantage. The defenses, they're generally going to be tougher the further you go along. So if you can get something established up front, it's going to give you a great chance to move on.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Gibbs straight ahead. And they nearly sprung him that time as he takes this all the way down to the 47. 10 yards and a Seattle 1st down. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
On 1st down, Lance. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here on this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on 1st down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
2nd and 10. On play action, Lance. That'll be caught with St. Brown. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 13-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards.
I don't care who you put on him, he's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe need some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Now back to the ground. Here's Gibbs. And he's going to get about 4 down inside the 10 to the 9.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good 1st down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on 1st down. You're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
Nine-yard line, 2nd and 6. And Lance now to throw. incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
It's pretty early in the game, but they've already tried to establish him not just as a runner, but as a receiver as well. Didn't happen there, but I wouldn't be surprised at all to see them try again shortly.
So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive. Now Lance. Touchdown, Seahawks. DK Metcalf. A 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Seahawks lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game. Now Myers for the extra point. And that is going to be wide to the right and no good, but penalty flag shower in. And I think this is going to wind up a first down. Okay, so the personal foul penalty, and those are some important yards lost right there.
Yeah, it all comes down to discipline, doesn't it? And every team tells us that they coach it, they preach it. In this case, it slipped a little bit.
Myers connects on the PAT, and it's now 14-0. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They trail here early in this division round game as they seek a spot in the NFC title bout. Throwing to start the drive. Jones. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on first down on the sack.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Jones. The throw for Claypool is intercepted. Picked off by Reek Woolen. And they will finally run him down, but not until he brings this one all the way back down inside the 10-yard line. They had him back deep, got the interception, and now they start inside the 10.
Partner forgets starting inside the red zone. They're inside the green zone. From the 10-yard line in, a lot of teams call it that because that's the money zone. Get it into the end zone and make your cash.
Here's Lance. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Partner, this is almost an unwinnable spot for a defense. They have to come right out for a 1st and goal trying to stop them. But let me hold on a second. Let me take that back real quick. They can win here if they force a field goal try. Still a long ways away from that happening, but that has to be what they're thinking right now.
Left side, he finds Smith and Jigba. Only able to pick up 2, and that leads us to 3rd and goal.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Lance now on 3rd and goal. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. So they take the flag and the yardage that comes with it. Here's another 1st and goal, but from a little further back this time following the penalty. Charbonnet. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. It'll be a 3-yard pickup, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
If you're looking for glory, looking to get your name in the headlines, you do not want to play nose tackle. But how about what we just saw there? The ability to hold people up, take on extra blocks, and actually slip them and make a tackle on that play. That's big time.
Second down, here's Charbonnet. And this time he is in. Yes. Zach Charbonnet. It's a 1-yard touchdown run. And the Seahawks continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead. Extra point up and through by Myers. And that makes the score 21-0. So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. And he'll elect not to run with it. The fair catch will move this out to the 25-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They're still in search of an initial first down as they come up here 1st and 10. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
On second down, Sheldon, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
On 3rd down, Sheldon, and a good job defensively. They stopped him short of the first at the 32. And the Giants send out their punter now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. It's a 45-yard punt, then 8 on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Well, everything right now that they touch on this side of the football, it seems to turn to gold. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. That lead continues to grow. And, I mean, if they can get points here, Charles, might almost be an insurmountable comeback for the other side.
I think you make a great case for that, so I'm going to flip it over to the other side. Could they make the big comeback? Certainly. Am I expecting it? Not at all. I think if we don't see a drastic change in how they're playing, this blowout's going to get bigger and bigger before the final gun.
Now 2nd and 8 at the 32-yard line. On the give, here's Charbonnet. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's 3rd down.
I think we all suspected that they were going back to him after he found the end zone on his last carry, and they kept the positive momentum going there. Another nice run by him.
Gibbs will try and pick it up. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
On 3rd down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
Going back to Gibbs on 1st down. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Here we go.
Ball spotted at the 45. Here's a 2nd down and 6. Now a play fake. Lance. Over the middle. That's caught by Metcalf. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 43. Give them 12 yards on that one. It earns them a fresh set of downs. So the drive takes them into Giants territory now. 1st and 10 at the 43. Now a give to Gibbs, running left. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. This defense could use a few more plays like that right now.
It certainly could, but think about it from an offense's perspective right now. They've got a lead, but they don't want to throttle down too much and stall themselves. Still want to move at a nice pace.
Here's 2nd and 10. Shotgun now for Lance. Escaping the pressure, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Emmanuel Ogbah able to get him for a loss of about 3.
Well, that's what they have to do more of defensively, not just getting sacks, but have to keep getting in his face, not let him get his feet set and deliver. He's been carving them up previously.
Yeah, already has a couple of touchdown passes. About time they put a few grass stains on that jersey. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Throwing now is Lance. He's got his target. That's complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 29-yard line. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now and light a fire under these guys. They've got to start playing better assignment football and start getting guys on the ground.
St. Brown in motion right. Now they show jet sweep, but instead a run up the middle here. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
Here's a 2nd and 9 now from the 29. Lance looking to throw it. To the right side and complete to Metcalf. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Lance going to try and throw on 3rd down here. And it is caught. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down, and he's going to have it by plenty. Able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 2.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a first down.
On 1st and 10, it's Charbonnet. And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard.
A 1-yard gain can look like a disaster, but it all depends on how the game is going. Is it a series of 1-yard gains running the ball? If that's the case, you might have to start thinking about throwing it a little bit more. But if it's just the occasional 1-yard run, hey, congratulations to the defense. They won that one. Come back and get them the next time.
On 2nd down, here's Gibbs. And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Here we go.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Throwing his Lance on 3rd down. And this will be caught by Metcalf for a Seahawk touchdown. A great effort there. with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Seahawks are able to widen their lead here in this first half. Myers connects on the PAT, and a rout is on here in this first half. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. Fair catch going to be taken, and this will be moved out to the 20. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They trail early on the road in the playoffs. Not a great combination as they've got it 1st and 10. Jones throw complete here to Waller. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
They'll run on first down. Sheldon. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. Second quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend. So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. Off play action. Jones. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. Picked by Antoine Winfield Jr. And the Seahawks will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line. And, Charles, it seems like sometimes when you fall down early, there can be a tendency there to try and get it all back in one fell swoop. And that time, that thinking leads to an interception.
And I believe you brought up a really good point there, Brandon, because you try and force plays, right? You try and get all back in one shot, just as you mentioned there. And you know you're going to need some big plays to get back into the game. But ultimately, you really can't force what isn't there.
The tackle there by the safety, Xavier McKinney.
The defense thought they had that play covered, but it still got driven backward by those blockers. Those types of plays are a key part of any team's offensive game plan. It all starts up front in the trenches.
Second down, and they go back to Gibbs. And he's going to get this past the 50 and into Giant territory. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with third down now looming.
Not a ton of room available on that one, but he made use of what space was available and gained decent yardage.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. And they'll run on third down with Charbonnet. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. Here's Michael Dixon now to punt. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Well, things for them, just to put it bluntly, man, it has been tough sledding here in the first half, facing that big deficit. The clock is dwindling now. Maybe if they can get something on the board here before intermission, they'll have at least a little momentum heading into the second half. A good pickup there, 26 yards. It's been a very one-sided game so far. They got to change what they're doing right now, don't they? You can't wait till the halftime speech to make an adjustment.
No, you can't, because if you're doing it right, you're adjusting from series to series, and they need a big adjustment here to try and put some points on the board.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Jones. Complete to his target, Jalen Hyatt. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. Throwing Jones. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. Now they got to get to the line quickly. Throwing on 2nd and long. Jones. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw him break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
Well, the good news, at least they won't take that goose egg into the locker room, maybe a little something to build on.
Yeah, it hasn't been the greatest of first halves for them, has it? But at least now, as you mentioned, they put some points on the board. And it's been funny in our experience watching games. Sometimes something as little as a field goal can change the fortunes of a team, and they could come out and look real sharp in the second half.
Ready up.
He'll take the knee, and the final couple seconds will tick by in this first half. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. A trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they're in the position they expected to be in. They've got the lead, home crowd behind them, and they're looking toward making that next step in these playoffs.
And I think a key for them is to put together some good, long, extended drives. Work the run in a little more with that big offensive line. I'm not saying get away from throwing the football. That's still working. But if they run it more effectively, they may get even bigger plays in the passing game.
But you know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. And this will be a Seahawks first down as the tackle made at about the 38.
And that's a great run, and this is where you've got a running back who feels like he needs to take over this football game. You're in the second half, you've got the lead. You're looking at moving on to the conference championship. And he's got to be saying, just keep giving me the ball, and I'll get us home.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now runs straight ahead with Warren. And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
Straight ahead with Gibbs here. There he goes, right side. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Jahmyr Gibbs. 57 yards. And the Seahawks have got it on cruise control. Extra point up and through by Myers. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And, partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
Now Jones on 3rd down. And they get Jones for the 3rd time in this ball game. Picked off by Kirby Joseph. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, CD, we have seen it many times throughout the course of the season. This defense coming up large and snagging a big takeaway. But here they get not just the takeaway, 6 points as well.
And you just knew that for this team to advance, they had to get a big performance from this unit. And to this point, they've delivered.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, still a good return. They'll start the drive right around the 37. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Joey Porter Jr. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line. On 1st and 10, here's Gibbs. And for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. On the give, it's Warren. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
Well, they went back to him, but the results were similar, so I highly doubt that he'll get another opportunity here on 3rd and long.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. And now a handoff to Charbonnet. And they will advance this across midfield, but still well shy of a first as he's tackled at the 47. Now here's Michael Dixon as he's on to punt for Seattle. Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. It's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. A turnover on the last drive. They had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't want to admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3. They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he will have a Giants 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Well, a lot of ground left to make up, obviously. A lopsided contest, and we're already in the 3rd quarter. And they won't get it all back in one play or one drive. That's cliche, but it's true, Charles. If they can just maybe get plays like that and get a little momentum built, they can get the scoreboard a little closer.
And can you add some blinders to the cliche, meaning keep these guys from looking at the scoreboard, because that doesn't help them at all right now. Their focus needs to be on finishing every drive with points and playing mistake-free football from here on out.
Here's a 2nd down and 7 from the 37. Play action. Now it's Locke. From right side, complete to Carter. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
It's pretty easy to overlook the fullback when you're making your assignments defensively in the pass coverage game, but in this case, they made him pay for that oversight and picks up a nice gain.
So after 2 1st downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45. Here's Locke to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
2nd and 10 here as we sit in the 3rd quarter of this divisional round matchup. Here's Locke. The throw for Claypool is intercepted. Picked off by Reek Woolen. And the Seahawks will take over possession here up at the 44.
Well, it certainly feels like this defensive group has figured this guy out to the tune of a big lead in this one. And you know that he's frustrated with how this game has gone. And now with back-to-back interceptions, he's got to find a way to get out of his own head and start making better plays.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They'll start in excellent field position following the INT. They run on 1st down as they're able to get this forward for about 4.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
A handoff for Warren, and he's taken down at the 50 after a short gain of 2.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5-on-3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they're able to just roam and hit.
3rd and 4. Here's Warren. And he's brought down short. 2 yards there. Needed 4.
Now that was a big-time play by the defense. They as well knew where the 1st down line was, and they didn't let them get anywhere near it.
And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away. Just a 25-yard punt. Not what he was hoping for by any stretch. And it'll be Giant football 1st and 10. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
We sit in quarter number 3 out in Seattle. A 2nd and 10 now. Now a handoff up the middle. Sheldon, and only a couple there up to about the 23-yard line. This defense just continues to bottle up that ground game. And look, I mean, the deficit right now for this offense is so big that it might not matter. But we're still in the 3rd quarter. They're probably going to have to try things through the air, Charles.
I agree with you totally. That's what they'll have to do. They do need to run it occasionally to take a few hits off the quarterback because right now, you just know those pass rushers are fired up to get after him.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he will have a Giants 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a 1st down.
Block now on 1st down. He has Hyatt over the middle. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
There's a nice pickup right there, and after watching that play, I'm thinking about all the lost opportunities that they've had so far in this game. But right now, just focus on continuing to move the ball the way they did on the last play.
On 1st and 10, here's Locke. Pass is caught by Wan'Dale Robinson. He's going to be out of bounds on what's going to wind up being the final play of quarter number 3. Back now in Seattle, Washington. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth. Lock now on first down. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. He'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's second down.
I think you saw the same thing that I did there, partner. Remember, he's their backup quarterback, so the last thing they need is to lose another one right here on the sack. Looks like he's going to be okay, though.
Yeah, he looked like he was favoring something in the left leg. Appears to be fine now, but you're right. That O-line, they got to protect him. They'll get this quickly out to Claypool. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to third down.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on first down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at third down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
Keep it up. Keep it up.
The Giants on third down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. Here it's 3rd and 3. To throw it is Locke. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Now, fourth quarter, certainly not enough time for a comeback, but nice to see them making use of the time remaining to try and make this one a little more respectable.
Yeah, I think the ultimate goal, good execution, be crisp, be sharp, and find a way to put some points on the board to make this thing look just a little bit better.
Yeah, boy, it is tough to bring him down that time. He surges forward. He's going to get a full 6 out of that. Second down.
It's largely been the air attack that's gotten them down here, but now is where you start to lean on that running game. That's a good pickup there on 1st and goal.
From the gun, it's Locke. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
3rd and goal, trying to make that scoreboard at least a little more respectable. They'll bring a tight end in motion. They'll try to run this one in, and not going to be able to push this forward. He runs into a wall right at the line of scrimmage. What a stand so far defensively, and now that's going to bring up a 4th and goal. Now Locke, got to have this one. And they're going to try the screen. It's complete. And now this is going to be close. The defense says they stopped him, and they did. They get the completion but cannot push forward into the end zone. And the Seahawks able to come up with a goal line stand. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And it would appear that that first-round bye certainly helped. They've looked fresh from the start and no letdown here as they lead big in this. Fighting to get back to the goal line. I don't think he got there. He did not get back there. It's a safety.
The goal here is about getting any kind of positive yardage in this spot because you don't care who, you don't care how. You just want to try and buy a little space and get away from your own end zone. But in this spot, the defense was all over that play and equally motivated to stick them with a safety.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. Calling to a gain of 3 on the play, and it's second down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Here's 2nd and 7. A give up the middle to Johnson. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A yard in the wrong direction makes 3rd down tougher. 3rd down and 9.
That's the same old song, isn't it? And right now, this one doesn't sound too sweet. They've been thoroughly outclassed so far. And there's another tackle for a loss.
Yeah, that's something that we've said quite a bit in this game. Block now to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Giants 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Well, I mean, look, obviously there's no 20 or 30-point play in that playbook, but they can try to end things here on a positive note despite trailing big, and that looks like what they're trying to do here by pushing the ball downfield.
Well, let me go with the heavy cliche then, partner. Just control what you can control right now, and all they can control here is how their final plays develop.
Lock locates Claypool on the crossing route. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a 1st?
At this stage, there's nothing left to do but to keep firing. And if you're a play caller, you may go off your sheet and use some things maybe you hadn't planned to in this game. Maybe that was one of them there that worked.
Into the red zone, it's Lock. This is caught. Touchdown, Giants. Chase Claypool. A 14-yard touchdown. And the Giants are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter. Extra point splits the uprights as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. Brown now to kick it away after the touchdown. Hill is going to take it out of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. But not that any of the points would be needed, but CD, they've got enough time left here. They could definitely score on this drive, maybe even an ensuing drive as well, if they really want to drive home this landslide victory.
Yeah, we're certainly about to see just how aggressive they want to be here down the stretch. And what some coaches do is they try and meet it halfway, meaning they want to continue to run their offense, but they'll put in a lot of backups to do it and then tell the opposing coach, hey, I had to get them some work too. I can't just let them sit over on the sidelines all the time.
And this won't be enough to pick up the 1st. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. This defense starting to buckle down when they need to, and right now they're winning this 4th quarter, losing the game, but they're winning in the 4th quarter.
And what a fine line it is about what they're trying to get done, because they're down, so they obviously need the football, need a score, but they can't be so aggressive as to give up their edge, their gaps, and have the offense hit them with a big play.
Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. Now here's Michael Dixon as he's on for the 5th time here today. Call it a 48-yard punt. Give him 9, though, on the return.
Get it 22. Do not kick it to 22.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Their hopes of advancing past this divisional round hanging by a thread, if that, as they begin here with a 1st and... Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. That one goes for 30 yards. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the 4th, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football.
No escape for Locke, and he'll go down. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up second.
But when this game is done, the credit will go to the consistent pressure on the quarterback as a huge cause of this win. Most teams are happy if they get a few of these games per year. You know they're going to watch this tape over and over, try to identify what's working.
And the pressure gets to him again. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. From midfield, here's Locke. He's going to wind up and air it out. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down.
Well, these guys are not going to go out with their tails between their legs. They're going to keep taking their shots until the clock's at 000. But that one, like a lot of others, winds up incomplete.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it. They'll go for it. It's Locke. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and that will force a turnover on downs. And they will take a knee here.
Okay, break.
And they'll indeed take a knee.
On the ready.
And they take a knee. And they have secured a spot in the conference championship, and now you can start to smell it at this point in the season, can't you?
You really can, because the focus has been one game at a time, not looking ahead. But when you get to the conference championship game and you know you're there, the Super Bowl does loom in the future.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. It's a win for the Seahawks here as we say so long from Seattle.